Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
We both did the jazz hands at the same point.
Yay.
Then, see, if we were a visualized podcast, people could see your jazz hands.
Yeah, but we're not, because that's not a podcast.
That's a TV. Do you want a TV show? We're not going to go down this road again. We did it last week.
We're not.
Welcome, everyone. It's February. Hurrah! Hurrah!
Yeah.
The month of love.
Is it? Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
and pancakes.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing there's a half term in there.
And for me, uncomfortable medical procedures.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, what a month we're having. But it's going to be fine. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to Unequal Sequel. We are the podcast that celebrates the good, the bad, the worst in sequels. Right? My name is Dave. His name is Rich.
Hello.
And together we do this podcast.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. This probably isn't the episode people are expecting, right?
Probably not, but it's the one they're getting. People are probably expecting a review of Return to Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Two reasons why you're not listening to that review. One, we haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it.
No. And two, I think this year we're trying to gain more enjoyment out of the things we watch and the things we have to talk about. So one, us not seeing it was a good thing because neither of us wanted to see it or talk about it. To be honest, apparently it's crap. There's a review. It's made like no money. It was on at awful times at the cinemas near us. Me and Rich both have lives this week that we couldn't get to. Like, what was it, a 9:40 showing at night? I'm not going to a 9:40 showing at night of Return of the Silent Hill on like a Tuesday. Fuck that. I've got better things to do with my life. I really have. Yeah, if you've seen it, send in a review. I'm sure it's fucking awful. To be honest, it's got played nowhere. So we've decided to do something different. We've done many of these before. We haven't done one for a while because last year was so busy for sequels. But it's that this time of year we slot them in, and it is a anniversary special of a movie where we celebrate and we look back at a movie that came out a certain amount of time ago, and then we talk about it and we rewatch it. And has it held up? Has it not? Was it good? Is it not? Does it work as a sequel? Questions like that will be answered from our mouths.
Yes.
This is a film from 2001, released on the 6th of February. UK, and it is a sequel to a mammoth, mighty picture called Silence of the Lambs that was released in 1991. We are talking about, of course, the sequel plainly called Hannibal from 2001. Richard.
Yes.
How do we feel about this altogether?
Okay, I was expecting you to ask me to do a synopsis for a second then.
I was going to wheel us in lightly.
Okay. As a whole, so Silence of the Lambs, I think a study in the psychological thriller genre. I would say it's, I think the thing with Silence of the Lambs is the magic of Silence of the Lambs is that it manages to be scary and gory without actually being scary or gory. All those things are in your head. You know, all those things you think, oh, Silence of the Lambs, oh, that's a horror film. You know, it's bad. There's the cannibal in it. But all that stuff, all in your brain. It's all suggestion. You don't see any of it, you know? No,
you do see a man.
Or you see, you see very little. You see, very, very little. Whereas Hannibal, that's all a lot more explicit.
It is.
I would say. It becomes a lot more explicit. And for me, I think that's a downgrade. Slightly.
I don't just for you, I think for the whole world at that point.
Yeah.
Where do you want to do a synopsis of Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal? How do you want to attack it? Do you want to...
Oh, well, I'm going to presume that most people have seen Silence of the Lambs because, you know, it's a classic and it's been out a long time.
Yeah, and it's famous for many reasons.
Yeah,
Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lector.
Apparently made fava beans very popular.
Yeah, with a nice bottle of Chianti.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. I dislike fava beans and Chianti, so hey.
I don't think I've ever had fava beans. I've tried Chianti.
They're broad beans, dude. We call them broad beans over here.
In that case, I have tried broad beans. Silence of the Lambs is, even when you were young, it was still something you kind of knew about because my dad would do terrible impressions of that.
Yeah.
And when I first found cinema, Silence of the Lambs was one of the things that I went to quite early on and watched it, which was quite good coming into Hannibal, because Hannibal was released in 2001, and that was around the odyssey of this finding cinema and different movies and actually watching what I wanted to watch at that point. Because everything you hear about Silence of the Lambs before you watch Silence of the Lambs does make it sound horrific and scary, like you were saying. And it is a beautifully made movie with great casting. Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal is unbelievable. Also, the Jodie Foster as Clarice Starling. Yeah. Great chemistry of them together, even though it's between glass, is electric. Also, their kind of storyline is kind of the background to what is happening with Buffalo Bill. Yeah,
that's not the actual storyline, is it?
Which is, a lot of people leave that kind of storyline out when they talk about Silence of the Lambs, because they talk about the Hannibal Lecter stuff and the Jodie Foster and them in the little glass tank or whatever. And they forget about the man who's got a woman down a hole with a dog.
Yeah. Well, no, she hasn't got the dog.
Hasn't got the dog, sorry. Lumbering up, buttering up, or whatever he's doing.
And it's an interesting, consider it's in the 90s, they handle like transsexual stuff better than I think people do now.
Yes.
Like, Lecter describes things really, like, as a clinical psychologist, he describes it as he's like, Buffalo Bill is not a real transsexual because, you know, he's mentally ill. You know, he's like, you know, people who, trans people are generally gentle. You know, that's his kind of like his description. And I was like, oh, why do we listen to that now? Like, you know, like,
maybe it's because it's coming from a madman at that point.
Well, yeah, potentially
a very smart madman.
Yeah.
So where does Hannibal pick up?
So Hannibal picks up, I'm not sure how long later, but a significant period of time after.
I've read 10 years.
Okay.
So I imagine it's real time.
It doesn't really say, does it? Like, it doesn't really tell you how long it was. But 10 years would make sense. Clarice is now a full-blown FBI agent, not a trainee, and played by Julianne Moore. And Hannibal is still free. He's not been caught, but he is wanted. He's on the FBI's most wanted list. And along with Osama bin Laden, I noticed when someone was looking at it. So yeah, he's on the FBI's most wanted list. And he is also being hunted by previous victim, played by Gary Oldman. Not that you'd know, because heavy prosthetics.
Also, he's not in the credits.
Is he not in the credits?
He did a Kevin Spacey at the time. Yeah, he didn't want his name at the beginning, so you don't know who it is. He might be at the end, but he's definitely not at the beginning. Yeah, you
see who he is there's a flashback scene, essentially. You can see what he looks like before Hannibal gets to him. And yeah, so basically Hannibal is being hunted by that guy, the Italian police, because a lot of it's set in Italy, and also Clarice and the FBI. And this is more about Hannibal than it is about, there's no sort of Buffalo Bill kind of character. There's no Hannibal helping Clarice to solve anything. This is about trying to catch him, essentially.
Yes.
Although there also is a side plot of Clarice having troubles in the FBI and having issues with one of her fellow agents.
A high-ranking agent, yes.
Yeah, basically, who's trying to ruin her. Played
by Ray Liotta. Is that his name?
Yeah, Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta. We have to mention this is based on a book by the author Thomas Harris, who also wrote the original Silence of the Lambs. And when Silence of the Lambs came out, this book wasn't written. And then they got announced. A lot of Jodie Foster and Jonathan Demme, who made Silence of the Lambs, and Anthony Hopkins were always like, wait, when you've done it, we'll read it. We'll see if we want to do it. He announced he was going to do it. A lot of people read the book and wasn't impressed mightily, mainly about the ending. I don't know if you've read about what was originally the intent.
No, I haven't. No, you have to tell me about
that. The intent originally, this is spoiler territory, but this is what we do on anniversaries. The intent of the movie at the end originally was that Starling and Hannibal Lecter become lovers.
Oh, ew. Yep. Ew. No, I'm glad it didn't do that.
That did not. Jonathan Demme didn't like that, so he said no to redirecting it or doing the sequel. Jodie Foster very smartly not very smartly. Well, how she said she didn't want to do it. She didn't agree with the end of the book, and also at the same point, a movie she was making also greenlit, so she wasn't available to make it. And then at that point, that was a very wanted part in Hollywood. Everyone wanted it. There's a few names thrown away around.
So the part of Clarice was very hotly sought after.
Kate Blanchett, Angelina Jolie, Gillian Anderson, Hilary Swank, Ashley Judd, Helen Hunt, and Julianne Moore were all in the running for it. It got directed eventually by Ridley Scott, and this comes off the back of Gladiator.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazingly. Which was the year 2000, I believe.
Is it Julianne Moore's first kind of big lead? I know she'd been in Magnolia and she'd been in The Big Lebowski before
and
this,
Boogie
but they
Nights.
weren't really leads. Oh, Boogie Nights. Yeah, that would have been... That's more of a lead role, isn't it, I suppose? And she'd been in Lost World before this as well.
Was Evolution before this as well? I know that's a bad example of movies to say Julianne was but that's where I probably watched her with David Duchovny and Sean William Scott.
Was she in Evolution?
Yeah. Yes.
Was she?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
She was the female lead, whatever. Love interest.
Really?
Yes. I remember that because this is this is a period when I really had Julianne Moore was hot. Still hot.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I don't really remember Evolution, to be honest.
I remember being funny, but we're not here to talk about Evolution. We're here to talk about Hannibal in 2001. So did you go and see this in the cinema? Because you would have been old enough.
No, I definitely didn't. I don't know why, but I definitely didn't see it at the cinema. I remember seeing it on DVD. I remember renting it from Blockbuster. Yes, and watching it on DVD. But so I don't know why I didn't see it at the cinema because... Yeah, I would have been old enough. I could have done it. But...
Had you seen Silence of the Lambs by that point?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I presume. But yeah, I would have done. I wouldn't have watched this if I hadn't seen Silence of the Lambs, I don't think so. I would have.
I know, but this could be like an Alien thing to you when you didn't watch Aliens until your mid-20s or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's true. But then I didn't watch Alien until then either. But yeah. So let me think. No, I hadn't.
He's thinking about his life now, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure this is a good.
No, because Silence of the Lambs was one of the first DVDs I ever bought.
Right.
So I'd definitely seen Silence of the Lambs first. I
bought this on VHS, Hannibal. That's how long ago this came out. This came out. I was at college. I was buying lots of VHS at that point because DVDs were extraordinarily expensive at that point, and VHSs were dirt cheap. And I remember being really excited about the build-up of this. Couldn't go and see it. Wasn't 18. I was a very short man, so I couldn't even sneak into films like this, sadly. But I had just watched Silence of the Lambs. I did also plan to read the book. The book being released of Hannibal was a big deal. And I remember a lot of people reading that and getting excited about it, but also thinking the end is weird. So the end of the movie, Hannibal, and there is... I keep jumping around a bit, but do you think there is some romance somewhere in there? What is the connection between...
From Hannibal's side, yes, but I don't think so from Clarice's side, no.
It's a bit icky for me.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. I don't think it's my... Yeah. It's a weird one because it doesn't really... It's not a bad movie. There's nothing bad about it, but there's nothing particularly... that I would rave about either. It's not forgettable. I mean, and parts of it are forgettable. There are parts of it that you remember. So obviously remember Ray Liotta. That there's an end scene with Ray Liotta and Hannibal. I remember that because that's quite graphic. And obviously I remember the bit with the flashback with Hannibal and what's his
Gary
name?
Oldman.
I was trying to think of the character's name. Mason Verger, his name is, isn't it?
When he makes him slice his own face off because he's on drugs.
That one. Yeah. He gives him drugs and convinces him to slice off his own face and feed it to the dogs.
Do you know who was meant to play that part?
What, Mason Verger? Was it someone else, was it?
Before Gary Oldman.
Yeah, no, go for it. Who
it was Christopher Reeve, Superman.
Really?
Before his accident.
Wow. Okay.
And he was about to do it, and then he found out the background of that character.
Yeah, an unrepentant paedophile.
Yes. So Christopher Reeve didn't do it in the end, and then maybe...
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not a very Christopher Reeve role, is it?
A few days after the release of this or whatever, Christopher Reeve had his accident and got...
Wow. Because the character is also wheelchair bound, right? Like, yeah.
Well, that'd be weird. And Gary Oldman at this point in 2001 is a name. We talk about Gary Oldman in the year 2001, 2002 quite often because of a certain movie called Tiptoes. And we quite often, what was he doing around that time to say yes to Tiptoes? Well, one of the things he said yes to was Hannibal, which was a massive sequel at that point.
Yeah, I mean, Gary Oldman was definitely a name because he'd been in Fifth Element, Air Force One, Lost in Space. You know, before this,
he was the go-to bad guy. I suppose he is a bad guy again in this one.
He'd been in Leon before this, hadn't he? Like, yeah, he is definitely True Romance. He'd been in before this as well. JFK.
Oh my God.
He's been in lots of things. But yeah, always the bad guy. Definitely the go-to bad guy.
Yeah. Again, just begs the question, why Tiptoes? But that's again another podcast, really.
Yeah, true.
It was my wife's birthday the other day. We went out for a meal and I was trying to talk to her about Hannibal. This is what we do over dinner. And I was trying to tell her the bits I remember. And the bits I remember, it wasn't probably the best conversation to have over a meal.
No, I bet it wasn't.
Was the bit when the Italian guy gets hanged and he's sliced and his intestines all fall out. Innards in or out, or whatever Hannibal says to him. And he's like, I'll pick for you. And also, like you said, the bit when he makes the guy eat his own brain at the end. A lot of people were a bit, like you were saying, it is more bloody and violent than Silence of the Lambs. But today's standards, I wouldn't say it's overly graphic.
Well, no, not until you see Ray Liotta without at the top of his head.
It's almost funny,
I guess. It is almost funny,
but not for you. As in, quality-wise, this movie, how much of a dip is it?
It's difficult because it's almost like a genre change for me. Like it almost goes from like a really psychological thriller to sort of a crime drama.
Yeah,
you know, it's like. It's a manhunt movie, isn't it? It's not really the same. It's a genre twist, I think, and it's just not as clever. It's nothing like Silence of the Lambs is really clever.
Oh yeah,
it's a very clever movie, and this is not a very clever movie.
Also, what is good about Silence of the Lambs is that you do have those scenes between those characters. For most of Hannibal, Stalin and Hannibal Lecter are kept apart from a few.
Yeah, they sort of talk on the phone.
So you're missing that chemistry, that bond. And Julianne Moore is a great actress, incredible, absolutely amazing. But she's not this character.
No, she's not quite. She's not Jodie Foster, is she? That's the thing. And I think it's not that it's not. I don't think she does a bad job at all. I think she's absolutely fine.
She's solid.
But I do think there's something missing in terms of chemistry, like there would have been if it had been Jodie Foster.
Well, not Hannibal Lecter, that's not his real name. Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
He got paid $15 million to do this. And I think they were willing to pay Jodie Foster the same amount. And she said no to that. So
right.
I doubt Julianne Moore quite got that deal at that point. But $15 million, Anthony Hopkins is still having a whale of a time. When he goes to push the Italian guy through the window or whatever, that whole sequence when his use of English, like okie dokie, and it's almost comical for Hannibal Lecter to be like that. The romance stuff is weird. I'm going to read probably the book. This is what it says on Wikipedia. The book Controversial Ending has Lecter presenting Stalin with the exhumed bones of her father, which he brings to life by hypnotizing Stalin, allowing her to say goodbye. This forges an odd alliance between Stalin and Lecter, finishing it in their becoming lovers and escaping to Argentina. There's a lot of flashbacks that were meant to go to Lecter's childhood, but they were all put back into another film, which is called Hannibal's Rising.
Okay.
There's also Mason Verger. Instead of he's a little assistant he has. In the book, he has a very butch lesbian sister, apparently, called Margot, and who's apparently had loads of steroid abuse and stuff like that. And Mason has abused for years before the accident, I think. And at the end, she's the one who pushes him into the pig pen.
Gotcha. Okay. Rather than his doctor. the assistant doctor
doesn't really work.
Kind of, yeah.
So I'm really glad they didn't go down the romance. It was also funny that people didn't want to do the film because of that ending. And then when they got Ridley Scott, who's Ridley Scott, said, I'll do it, but I'm not doing the ending. They were like, yeah, okay, fine. We'll change that ending. It works better. Him getting... I don't know if I wanted him to get away, though, or be captured again. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I don't know either. The ending feels kind of a bit nothingy, though, for me. It's a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it, the ending?
Yes. Yeah.
Because he just kind of, like, walks off.
Because the ending of The Silence of the Lambs is finding Bill's house and all that tying together.
Yeah.
And Hannibal escaping, you know, that brilliant shot when the guy's stripped up and hanged. Brilliant shot, one of my favourite. And then this one, it's just, there's a little meal, and then he gets away and the police turn up, kind of thing. Yeah,
but he doesn't, it's not even a dramatic getaway. He just sort of like wanders off.
Well, the dramatic bit is that he has to cut his hand off.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, of course he does. Sorry, I've forgotten about that bit. It's forgettable because it all sort of happens off screen, doesn't it? So you're not like...
What's his words? This is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. Because you think
because you think he's going to cut her hand off. Like, you know? Because Clarice handcuffs herself to him, doesn't she?
Yes. What clever. And then the end film is him feeding brains to a child on the airplane.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Yeah. Whether you don't know if is that Ray Liotta's brains or I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm giving serious thoughts into eating your wife or something. He says.
Yeah, he does.
There are some delightful little lines in there that he produces, but this is 2 hours 11 minutes long, Rich.
It's quite long, isn't it? And you do lose it a bit in the middle. Like the middle bit is a lot of like Hannibal walking around Italy.
yeah, because the police are looking into his character for another reason at the beginning, because there's been a suspicious death, and once this Italian cop finds out that Hannibal Lecter is on the top 10 and Mason Merger is offering £3 million for his capture, and obviously Hannibal is like a secret spy as well. He knows when he's being followed or whatever. It's all a bit.
And Mason Verger's plan is to feed Hannibal to some pigs, I think is the plan. Like a bit at
slowly.
A time. Yeah, slowly. Yeah,
he like Mason Verger. His obsession with Hannibal is strange.
Well, I mean,
the whole film.
He did convince him to cut his own face off. So, you know, I can understand him wanting revenge, but also he is also a horrible paedophile.
Yeah, so he does. Yeah. Does Hannibal only hurt?
Unrepentant about that.
Yeah. Does Hannibal only hurt horrible people?
Don't think so. No.
Oh no, because he's biting someone's face off in a video at one point of a nurse.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't know what the nurse has done to him, do you? Because that was a prison nurse, wasn't it? But
that's true.
Either way, I mean, I don't think so. No, I think he does. He also he hurts people he needs to hurt. He kills a kid who's just following him.
That's true,
doesn't he? You know, that kid doesn't deserve it. You know, he's not really he's not moral. Really?
Okay, that's good to know.
I think at one point Clarice says he kills people he thinks are who annoy him. I think she said, like, he killed someone who played the flute badly in a concert he went to.
I think that's right. Yes.
You know, he kills people that annoy him.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
So in 1991, Silence of the Lambs made $272 million, had a budget of $90 million, and it won, I think, Best Film, Best Actor, Best Actress, whatever, at that point.
Yeah.
Big hoo-ha. Everyone loved it. 10 years later, Hannibal comes along. Can you guess the budget?
Oh, 2001. You said Anthony Hopkins got 15 million.
I did say that, yeah.
So it's probably got to be quite a high budget. I would say 75 million.
Good guess, but it's north of that. It's 87 million.
Okay. Yeah. It's quite a high budget.
Yeah.
But then it's got quite a good acting cast in it, I suppose, isn't it?
It's got an incredible cast, yes. How much do you think it good to be made at that point for that film?
2001. It's an 18 R-rated, so it's never going to do massive box office. But I imagine if it made 200 million, they'd have been happy.
Oh, in that case, they're going to be happy. It made north of 351 million.
Okay.
Which was the 10th highest grossing movie of 2001.
Nice.
Some big old movies in there. Some you love, some you hate. So 10 was Hannibal. 9 was Planet of the Apes, 362 million. The movie you truly love more than anything else.
Whoa.
More than anyone else?
No, I don't love that movie by any stretch. I just don't think it's as awful as other people think it is.
More than most people. Number 8, Jurassic Park 3, 368 million. Number 7, The Mummy Returns, 433 million. That's an awful movie. Number 6, Pearl Harbor, 449 million.
Ew, no.
Number 5, Ocean's 11, 450 million. Number 4, Shrek, 484 million. Number 3, Monsters Inc., 528 million.
I love that film.
Number 2, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, 868 million. That just got bigger. And then number 1, Harry Potter, and I'm going to call it the UK name, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 974 million.
Meh.
So it beat some other big names like Rush Hour 2, Bridget Jones' Diary, Lara Croft, The Fast and Furious was this year, Vanilla Sky, Moulin Rouge, some big old movies. I think that's a decent return. Critics-wise, I'm going to tell you what Silence of the Lambs got for critics and audience, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
I won't make you guess these because that's not what we do here. So critics said 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. And then audience is also 95%. So
sure. Here
we go. Hannibal.
I don't think Hannibal's as good, but I also think it's better. It's a 3-star movie, so it should score reasonably well. I would say maybe in the 70s for critics. 72?
39%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Are you shocked by that?
That's a lot lower. I am. Well, yes, I am. That's a lot lower than I thought, because it isn't a bad movie.
No.
I mean, it's not Silence of the Lambs by any stretch, but it's not that bad.
I was quite shocked when I read it, because Silence of the Lambs is like a 10 out of 10 movie. It's amazing.
Yeah, that deserves its 90-odd%.
Criterion collection.
Yeah.
Give all this. And Hannibal was fine.
Yeah, exactly. It was fine.
I don't know where else they would have gone with it, because they had to use... The big selling point they wanted to put in it was the Anthony Hopkins. They wanted more Hannibal Lector, because he's come his own thing.
And there is a third one, right?
There is now... There's 2 prequels. There's Red Dragon.
Oh, that's a prequel, is it?
Also,
but I meant a third one that has Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, that's Red Dragon.
That's Red Dragon, because I've got to watch that because Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it.
Yes, he is. And
I don't think I've ever seen it before.
It's also directed by Brett Ratner, the director of Milana.
Ew.
It's got... I think Ralph Fiennes is in it as well.
Brett Ratner, as in the guy now apparently in the Epstein files.
That guy.
Lovely man.
Director of Rush Hour 1, 2, 3 and 4. Well, when it comes out. I don't think we're going to do it.
Close personal friend of the President of the United States.
We're going down a hole we shouldn't be going down to, but yes, that cunt.
Yeah.
So, someone's written, big, bloody, glossy, gaudy and wholly unnecessary. I find this sequel tasteless, and I'm sure that, ironically, not even Hannibal Lecter would serve it cold. Hopkins turns up the hamminess, as though his entire performance is rooted in the same instinct that inspired him to stiver after his famous Chianti speech.
He is a little hammy, isn't he?
I think he's a lot hammy. I think there's a fine line between hammy and having a good time with it, and I think he is having a good time with it. But like I said, that's what I think people wanted to see in 2001, because Hannibal Lecter has come like a Freddy or a Jason, mask at Halloween kind of thing. I dressed up as Hannibal Lecter once because it was cheap. I bought the mask. It was a white shirt. I pretended I was, done. Easy peasy. A lot of people have forgotten what makes Hannibal Lecter funny. Or not funny, scary, not funny. The way they get the mask in this film is, I get it, but I don't think it's necessary. Especially when the guy tries to try it on kind of thing. Yeah,
it's weird, isn't it?
No tension, no rhyme, and no sense of purpose. Most of them are saying, no, there's no real reason for this to exist.
No, I mean, there isn't, is there really?
Thoroughly distasteful, not for kids?
Well, of course it's not for kids. Fucking hell. Who's taking their kids to watch this?
No. Apparently they released a poster at one point and it had to be recalled, and it was Hannibal Lecter with like a skin mask face, and they were like, oh no, we can't put that on billboards. That is too scary. A positive one, a dark and complexly entertaining ride. Highly generous to multiple viewings. I don't know if we have to keep watching it to really find something.
No, I don't want to.
Scott's elegant, shadowy atmosphere and deliberate pacing make a film a delightful, spooky experience.
Really? Okay. I'm not sure I agree with that one.
No.
But,
So audience-wise, what do you fancy here?
I think probably 60%, 62%, I'm going to say.
Okay. Gong. You got it right.
What?
Yeah,
really?
62%. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I could hear in your voice you weren't confident at all.
No, I was thinking lower than you think, but not as low as critics. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Incredible. 5 stars. This one's from January the 6th this year, so it's really pretty... 5 stars. Great movie. Love Julianne Moore. She always brings a mystery to a movie. The scene with Ray Liotta from... Okay, that's bad English. I've got a word that says FNN. Unbelievable. Is unbelievable? Yeah, is unbelievable. Overall, just a great vibe. Horror, suspense, nice dialogue, subtle, slightly over the top, but just the right amount. Great follow-up to a previous Hannibal movie.
No. I think I disagree quite strongly with that.
I don't think it's subtle in any point.
No. Genuinely nothing about it is subtle.
4.5 stars. Flipping gross, but definitely brilliant. Really enjoyed this, and initially I didn't think I would. The bit with the pigs is gnarly as it gets you hooked on the plot. It's really interesting, and as I said, grim but bloody excellent. My favourite of the franchise.
What? No. Yeah. Sorry. Get in the bin.
2.5 stars. Many plot holes, too different from film 1. Ending annoys me a lot.
Yeah, I don't think the ending annoys me. I just think it's a bit boring.
It's one of the plot holes that how he's so easily able to do international travel back and forth.
Yes. They very much make him like a spy, don't they? Like, I don't know.
He's not even trying to hide himself at all. He's not disguised or anything, is he? Like, no. 3 stars, not as nearly as well made as Silence of the Lambs. But about as entertaining. Well, true.
Yeah, I think that's like not as entertaining as Silence of the Lambs, definitely not. But I think 3 stars and not as good as Silence of the Lambs is a decent enough review, to be honest. It's
quite a sweet review. It's just 4 stars. I saw it opening weekend with my dad.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Not sure that tells us anything about the movie.
Okay, 2 stars.
Hey.
Very poorly edited. Could easily trim 20 minutes of it.
Oh, yeah, you could trim it. Yeah, I don't think it's poorly edited, but it's certainly clunky. And you could trim 20 minutes off, yes.
Such a disappointment after the masterpiece of Silence of the Lambs. Would you agree that it's a disappointment more than a bad sequel?
It is. It's definitely disappointing rather than bad, I would say.
Does it hold up from the first time you watched it? Is it better or worse from the first viewing you've seen all those years ago?
I don't know, because I can't really remember it. This is the problem. I think I remembered it being gorier than it is.
Yeah.
But I think it's basically what... Yeah, I don't remember... Yeah, I didn't watch it and be like, "Oh, this is really different," or anything. No, I think it's basically what I expected.
I remember watching it being bitterly disappointed the first time I watched it because I was expecting Silence of the Lambs for some reason.
I don't think I was bitterly disappointed the first time I watched it. I just thought it was fine.
I generally think I enjoyed it more this time than the first time I watched it, and I only ever watched it twice, and I own this film. For a long time. It's not a film for, I can't wait to watch that again. But I just watched it and thought, that's okay. It's a Ridley Scott film. And Anthony Hopkins is there doing his thing. It's far too long. It's not as good as the original. The ending, like you said, is a bit of a damp squid. The whole film is a bit of a damp squid.
Damp squib.
Squib.
Not squid.
Yep. This is why people tune in to get I get everything wrong.
Squids are supposed to be damp, but squibs are not.
True. So that is, guys, if you've seen Hannibal from 2001 or anything in this franchise, let us know. Get in contact. We want to know if you watched it in 2001 and what you thought of it, and if you liked it or not, and if you think it's as good as its predecessor. And so what? I'm getting all my words wrong today. I don't know why.
Should we just go? I think we should just end it there.
Yeah. Rich, see us out. I'm having a mental breakdown over here.
I think what Dave was trying to say is, if you want to tell us your thoughts about Hannibal, and if you think it was worthy of a anniversary special episodes to review it, let us know. Get in touch, get on the social medias. We're at Unequal Sequel in all the places, or you can email us unequalsequel@hotmail.com. You can also leave a comment on Spotify or on YouTube if that's how you choose to listen. Also, come and join us on anotherslice.com/unequal sequel, where for just $2.99 a month, you haven't misheard that, it is only $2.99 a month, you can get access to Disenfranchised, where we talk about sequels that should have had a franchise but didn't, and you can listen to Box Set Mentality, where we're currently watching the Dirty Harry box set. But then, yeah, a relatively fun box set so far. Join us over there. We'll let you can hear what we thought. You'll also get sequel sessions, so extra bits for all our interview episodes, which we are starting to line up series 10 now. Lovely times. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the auto download button. We'll drop into your pod player of choice every week. Please tell your friends and drop us a rating, especially if you listen on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars and just a little bit of why you love us would be very gratefully received. Thanks.
We do love being praised.
Or just give us 5 stars and then write in the comments that we're shit. That's fine. Just give us the 5 stars.
Is the most important part of that process. So it's
5 stars. This podcast's utter shite.
But I love it.
We'll still love it. Yeah,
something like that. That'd be great. Yes, we are enjoying the Dirty Harry box at the moment. It's not the worst we've ever watched. So
no, definitely not. Not the best. Not the worst.
But it's bubbling along quite nicely.
I don't dread putting one of them on.
That's good. That's good when we come to sequels and films we have to watch. Yeah. We don't know what we're doing next week. Don't know what's coming out. Don't know where we are. Don't know what's going on. But as ever, we will find something to put out for your
You'll find out when we do.
You'll find out when we do. And that's a lot of fun. So thank you very much for being listeners. We do appreciate that. So it's a goodbye from me. Bye-bye. Goodbye from him.
Bye.
See you on the next one. Sequel to this one. Have a great week. Bye-bye. I forgot to mention Manhunter.
No,
which is the Brian Cox Hannibal Lecter film. That's
I've not watched
part
that
of these films. It's all a bit weird, but there is. I've never watched Hannibal Rising.
No, me neither. Or the TV show Mads Mikkelsen.
Hey, I've done a lot of that work, and that is great. And you think this film is violent and gory? Yeah. That TV show is quite graphic in lots of different ways. And Gillian Anderson's in it.
Wow.
It's actually worth a watch, Rich, if you ever get down to it. Because Mads Mikkelsen's brilliant in it.
Yeah. He's brilliant in everything.